Check out these flowers, they are huge. Cheap stuff from Bunnings. Pure Poo Pumpkin Patch. This is a whopper. Soon I'll be able to tie or wrap him around the pole. Just picked my first ever Gold Rush cucumber. This is a whopper. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but I'm just chopping it up here. But these ones are super orange compared to the other one I've got. And they're really fat in the middle and go skinny. I don't know. Have I picked them too early? Look at that. This is exactly why I need a fence around my garden that stops creatures. The pumpkin vines are going fantastic. We just got good rain over the last few days. And this, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to just train it to keep going all the way up. And then, I don't know if I go that way or that way. But it has got, no, wrong plant. This one, the same thing. 1, 2. This one has heaps, this pumpkin. This is a butternut. I'm pretty sure it is. It's got about 3, I don't know what you call them, like arms or legs, like from the whole main plant. And I don't know if it's too many or if I should chop some off. But I've tied them up here so they hang off the ground. There'll be another one coming there soon, I think. And here, my pumpkin lattice is working, although I don't know if they'll still eventually touch the ground, so I might have to tie them up a bit more later. We've got 2 there. Guess we'll see how many end up on there, but there's also another little one. Cucumber. The cucumber are going quite slow, but after this rain that we've had, this one, he shot in size really quickly. He just sort of exploded over the last 2 days. But he's taken a while to get all his little fruit come out. But they are coming. And this one I broke is now growing again. Decided to give up on the one that I broke. Check out these cucumbers. I've just learnt that basically I should treat these like a zucchini when I eat them. They taste nothing like a cucumber. And I'm not the biggest fan of zucchini. I never really have been. But I did make 2 meals from what I collected. And one of them I just did it kind of like a potato bake. But I also need to learn how to flavour it. I'm not very good at making the flavour so that they can taste as good as they can. And then the second meal I made from them, I actually pan fried it first in some butter and salt, and then added it on top of the bake I made, like with roast chicken, and that tasted way better. It was nice. So I kind of thought, once I figured out these were like a zucchini kind of tasting thing, I was a bit like, oh, maybe I should just pull it out if it's not my favourite thing to eat, or just feed all the chickens. But I'm gonna persist and actually keep doing it because I did like it fried. I don't know how. I don't know if I said this in the last video. They get these sort of yucky ends on them. So I've sort of tried, after realizing that, to kind of, I don't know if it's detrimental or not, but try and help the flower come off. Like maybe the flower's staying on there too long after they're finished. It doesn't happen to all of them though. So I think like when they go bad like this, well, I mean, not bad, but I'll just chop them up and use them as a compost or give them to the chickens because the chickens love all the greenery. And I actually was annoyed. This basil plant, I hope that I haven't actually got it growing too late, but I couldn't get them to grow earlier than what I have. This one had flowers on top. I was like, oh, well, that's nice. Gonna have flowers and no actual basil. So I only found that out yesterday. I was a bit like, oh no, pull the flowers off. But I don't know if it's gonna help or if the plant is just dead set now on trying to go to seed, which is not nice. I still have yet to put my olive trees in the ground, so I just put them in bigger pots for now. I don't know where they're going, but I kind of want to make a better spot in the soil for them instead of just going straight into the ground. And my watermelon, slowly coming along. Taking a while. This one is good, but this one, I planted them both at the same time, both seeds. And that's got nothing happening. And that one does. Don't know what's happened. Check these out. Fortunately, I can't remember what kind of sunflowers these are. But they are pretty. I'm loving sunflowers. I feel like I'm going to get hooked on sunflowers. So my first one, you'll notice is behind a cage now, but he's lost all of his petals. I'm pretty sure that it's just happening naturally and nothing got to it through here to start with. I don't think it was eaten by anything. But now that they're all coming out so easily, I think that it was just doing what it's supposed to be doing. This one, he might be losing his leaves soon, his petals. But I did have to put cages around just in case because everything kept getting snavelled up in here. So I just bit the bullet and put this around. And last time I did this, whatever was eating them, because I wasn't sure what it was before, like months ago, it did work. It stopped whatever was getting in there and eating them. But my corn, I don't know if it'll come back. The potatoes, they will for sure. They're quite hardy and they're already looking better than they were before. But they would be heaps bigger already now if they hadn't been munged on. But anyway, I'll just take it as it is. It's fine. Not the end of the world. These beautiful pumpkins everywhere. I can't remember what kind this one is. This is one I deliberately planted though, so it shouldn't be a Kent or a store-bought thing. It should be an heirloom variety. I'll know when it's full grown, I guess, or bigger than this. Check out these flowers. They are huge. This pumpkin plant's had the best flowers. Like, they're all fully open, like massive. This one here is another one. It's overrun. Like, I had a broccoli plant in there and I was like, oh, well, I don't know if that'll make it. This one is soon I'll be able to tie or wrap him around the pole. Yeah, I'll be able to hang him up there soon. Should probably do that and that'll help. And then he can go that direction. And this guy can go that way. They're thriving. I only made a short on this, but this is my Pure Poo pumpkin patch that was accidentally sown because the horse had eaten things from my compost, and then I'd collected all of her poo-poo and put it in here to try and sort of fill this hole. And I wanted it just to break down and just become dirt. And then I found all these things sprouting in it, right? So I thought, all right, I'm just going to leave them. I'm not going to touch them, not going to water them. I'm not going to do anything and just see how they go. They're much smaller than the ones in my garden. They're not being given anything. There's not much in the horse poo, I'm pretty sure. So it's just an interesting test to see what they'll do, if I'll get any fruit off them. If I just even get one pumpkin from here, like off one of the vines, I think that'd be pretty cool. But look, there's even grass growing in here. So yeah, this is just my experimental patch that was accidental. And well, so far, none of them have died. They get a bit unhappy in the heat. But if they're going to make it, they better be tough. Because I've been tempted to water them once or twice, but I was like, no, just leave them. Let them survive or die. I think he's a duck. Oh, what a dog. I finally also got most of my posts up, so that now I can use this jute twine to tie to the tomatoes instead of the other stuff I had, the string line. It's much better because now I wrap the plant around them instead of tying the plant to the string. This sagged a bit in the wind, the last bit of wind we had, but it's staying up much better because I've actually got posts along here and not just that thin wire. So it's much better. I'm happy that I finally did it. It's not the best looking thing ever, and yeah, but it's good. It keeps the place nice and shaded. I'm happy with it. And I'm at the point where I need a bit more garden space, so I chose this corner, and I wanted it to not look, I don't know, like a normal rectangular sort of garden bed. I wanted it to look different, so I put this sort of curve in there. I'm using mulched up grass and a mixture of horse poo and a little bit of dolomite in there. Cheap stuff from Bunnings. Just some of a basic garden soil mix, cow poo. And then I'm going to use coconut core and then a bit of vegetable matter from my garden. I'm just going to basically lasagna it bit by bit, put stuff in, layer, and hopefully it'll be good. I don't really know what the best way or like what even mix to use, like how many parts of cow manure to soil, so I'm just going to do what I feel like looks and feels good. Apparently this is the cow manure. It doesn't even smell like, it doesn't have to stink, but it doesn't even smell like manure to me. It just looks like mulch broken down. I guess that's what you get when you go cheap. I topped the rest of it off with some mulch. I mean, it says water saving, but I was like, I just wanted an extra layer of something on top. And my whole point of doing this now is, if I can stay patient, I want to leave that for a few weeks at least to sort of break down, because the mulch I made up, some of it, like there was a fair bit of bark and kind of roots, like deep grass roots in there, bit fibrous-y, so I'd kind of like it to break down a little bit more, so that when I plant stuff in there, it can actually sort of get through easier. So that's my plan, but we'll see how patient I am. I'll probably put stuff in there before too long, because I want it to be my brassica garden. We'll see if I stick to it. And then on top of the mulch, I put this sugarcane mulch to try and keep as much liquid in there as possible. I'll wet it down a little bit, but the coconut coir that I soaked is pretty wet, so I think there'd be a bit of moisture in there to last a while. But watering it, I think, will just help break it down even more as well.